Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Bob's Odd Jobs, where we like to save money, save energy, and fix the things we have. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm installing a backup system in my Prius. This is a 2019 Prius. And I'm using a different type of backup sensing system, which is like a radar, rather than an ultrasonic system where you'd have to drill into your bumper. This, you don't have to drill into your bumper. I'm going to actually take the bumper off, and I'm going to install the radar inside the bumper. And there's only two sensors, so it'll be about here and here. Apparently it works really well. This is called the IBeam. So yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult, and it only uses a few tools. Anyway, let's get started. I started by taking off these panels off of each side, and it looks like we're going to remove the light. There looks like there's a couple bolts here, and then there's a bolt here for the bumper through here. I'm hoping that I don't have to take the bumper right off. Might be able to just fold it down a little bit and get my sensors in where I need to go here. Let's see what happens. But we do have to take the light off to access the reverse light, because the wiring of the system connects to the reverse light. Okay, so after I removed these two bolts, this light housing actually just had to slide off. It was a little more difficult than I expected, but it did slide off, and now I have access to the rear, the backup light, the wiring all access. Now let's start removing parts for the bumper. Alright guys, so I removed this plastic piece, which was pretty easy, just taking out a couple of the bolts that were holding it, and then it popped off. And I removed one bolt, two bolt, three, and this four. These are for the bumper, and this has just loosened it up enough for me to get right on the inside of the bumper. I've got space here now to work with, and then we'll attach it to the wiring. Alright, so we've taken some measurements here. It says that it needs to be up to 24 inches max off the ground. So this works out, this is actually just at like 23 inches. And it says you can go maximum 20 inches out to the end, which is all the way over here. I can't really reach here without taking the bumper off, so I'm just gonna go, I'm at 16 inches on this side, and then here's the middle, and then 16 inches on this side. So when I reach my hand in the bumper, I'll put it right about this spot. Okay, so let's see if we can get them in now. Okay, so I've just put some cleaner on a cloth, and I'm going to go into the bumper here. I'm going to just clean the inside a little bit where I'm going to plan on putting the sensors. Okay, I'll do this side. Right, so for running the wires, I found a couple of grommets here. There's a grommet here and a grommet here, so I'm just going to get some light here. I sent the wire through this, so for each side, and I brought it through the bumper. It's able to reach in, and now I'm going to run my wires. I'll probably zip tie it to some of these all along, coming up to where the light is. There's actually a little access panel here I was able to remove, and I'll be able to get the wires into my light. Okay, so here's the sensor. It says to mount them as straight as possible when I'm putting them in, so I'll be very careful to try and make sure they're perfectly straight inside and have the mounting part down. Actually, the sensor will be on the bumper like this. It's got this 3M tape, and it wants to be on the flattest part of the bumper. So you don't want it up on here on the inside. You want it down where it's perfectly flat on the bumper. So let's put these on, get them, take your time, make sure they're straight, and you want to make sure they're at about the same height, as best as possible here. Okay, so see if you can see the sensor in there. There's one down there, and then the other one down there. We've got them in. Wires are coming out our grommets. Now we'll work up to the tail light. All right, so I've run my wire up inside here. I've come out this grommet, which I'll fix after, and then I've got my red wire. Here's my reverse light, and I've just measured it red to red. This is how we're going to be connecting it. And then the black wire, the black chassis, this has to connect to the chassis somewhere. I think I found a spot I can use right here. And that's going to be when I connect my the black piece that goes on here. All right, so I used a little red wire connector they've got. I've connected both wires, and to put the vehicle in reverse, there's a button you have to hook up to calibrate the system. Done. It was easy, pretty easy to calibrate. So now I'm just going to hide all my wires. I did a couple of tests. It seems to work, but I'll show you once it's all put back together. The test. Right, everything's back together. I've got the car in reverse with the e-brake on. I've also got some chocks under the wheels, but let's test it. There it goes. Slow beep, fast beep. about this far away. Solid beep. Even goes pretty far to the corner. Look at that. There it is. Look at that. Pretty decent, considering I didn't have to drill any holes in the bumper. So guys, thanks for watching another edition of Bob's Odd Jobs. This is easy. It takes a little bit of time. This probably took me about an hour to get it all done, but you'd pay somebody a few $100s to do this. I bought this system for, I think, $100 off of Amazon. I didn't have to drill any holes. It's a pretty decent system. Apparently works better in the winter. So yeah, save your money. Anyway, thanks for watching another edition of Bob's Odd Jobs. If you like this video, please subscribe. Take care.